Hey fellow Plexers, 2 videos in one night, and this one's going to be short to help Arjun try to figure out how to get his Plex Synology package install that he's moved to his Windows computer and then reset his Synology NAS into his Unraid install. He's doing a full Unraid install with Unraid storage, which is something I've never done. But if he can access his Unraid storage, he can move his Plex package files from the Synology NAS from the Windows machine over to Unraid, and I want to just show him how to get it into app data for his cache pool. So click on main. And this is my one kind of fake storage device. You see it's just a flash drive, 62 gigabytes, and it's got 61.4 gigabytes free. So from Windows, you'll be mounting your Unraid storage and copying that over to whatever folder you choose on your Unraid storage. Well, you're going to go to main, and this little button here will get you into that storage. So pretend this folder here, data, was your Plex folder. And let me do this so we know what we're talking about more easily. Let me open up a new window. And let me go to my Synology NAS, my newer one. And I don't want that. All right, I did this wrong. Sorry, folks. I want to do it this way. When I get into the Docker folder, actually I don't. Let me go to my old NAS. Okay, so I figure all this stuff out on the fly. Okay, so this is a DSM install, so it's the library. You want to copy the library folder, which you already have, to your Windows machine. And what you need to do is, this will be the library folder. You right click, you copy it, you go back to main, you go into your cache pool the same way, and you'll have an app data folder. And what you'll do is you'll just create a Plex folder with a create button, and then once you've got that done, click into it, right click and choose paste. Well, nope, you don't right click and choose paste. You paste from here, but I haven't copied anything. I think that's what you do, or maybe you back up and you right click on the folder and you can then paste into that. So then once you've got that info in, you should be able to piece together different videos of mine on how to get the Plex container going. My Unraid Plex container will show you how to set up your paths. And if I edit my Plex container, here are my mount points. I have one for each library because that's how I had it set up on my Synology NAS. And if you go into it, this is the container path. This is what it will look like in Plex server when you go to look for your new paths. And this is what I always suggest to name in a manner that sticks out like a sore thumb. This is my true path back to the media. Now this is going to be on your Unraid machine where it's on my Synology NAS. So it's going to have a different path, but you should be able to figure that path out. And of course you've got read or write access, and the path needs a name. So the way I had it set up on my newer NAS with a Docker container is I had a path in my Docker Compose file that I use with Portainer to set that up for each library type. And that's why I have one for each library type here. If you just had everything in a folder named media and then subfolders under that, you could actually just use one container path in Unraid to get to that Plex media folder to then branch out from there when you're doing your libraries. So hopefully this is helpful, but that's how I would move it from a Windows machine. And again, as I talk to you privately, I haven't really used Windows for anything serious since 2006. I've done I think one tutorial video, a couple tutorial videos in a Windows install, but I feel like a fish on a water whenever I use Windows. Nothing's intuitive anymore. I have to stop and stumble to get from one place to another, and I'm just not a Windows guy, nor am I a full Unraid guy. It's wonderful to host Docker containers, but I know nothing about storage past my little flash drive. But again, use Windows, mount your Unraid storage, copy the folder over, click here on your storage, go find it, right click, copy, go back to main, go into your cache pool, in your app data folder, create a Plex folder, and then right click and choose paste, and that'll get it in. And one little secret, if you don't catch it in my Unraid video, when you create your Plex container, you have to manually point it to, let's see, let's show the advanced view. And where are we? You have to manually point it to the cache pool. Show more settings. Yeah, right here. This will say something else instead of cache, because it'll want to by default put it to storage. So you've got to manually change this section to cache to then spin the container up on your cache pool. I think there's a settings someplace in Unraid to make that default, but I couldn't tell you where it is now. All right, so hopefully this will get you going and help you set up your full Unraid server by moving your Synology package install over to it. Good luck.